morning. What do you reckon to the lockdown haircut? Yeah, anyway, won't go there. Okay, I've made an observation with my my DX Commander Classic. I'd noticed that the SWR had gone slightly high on the 20 meters over the past 4 or 5 days. I've been watching it slowly but surely creep up and up and up and up a little bit. And I'd noticed the only thing that could be causing it is ground conditions. We've gone from a very, very wet clay-based soil here to what can only be described as the Grand Canyon appearing everywhere. Lots and lots of cracks and crevices appearing in the ground. And I have a funny suspicion that the ground conditions are affecting the SWR ever so slightly. I mean, it's not major. You know, we're only talking about going from 1.2 to 1 up to about, 1.8 to 1. But it's enough to make me wonder why that is the case. So I've taken the aerial down today, and I cut, because it seemed to be too long for the 20. And so I cut 2 centimeters off of it, and that brought it back absolutely spot on, but unfortunately knocked the 40 meter out by the same percentage. So I had to add 10 centimeters to the 40 meter element, and that's now brought that perfectly in alignment again. Very, very strange. I'm sure it is soil conditions more than anything else. But yeah, it's done now. It's all dusted again. And once more we have an SWR of practically flat across the entire 40, 20 meter, and unaffected was the 80 meter band. So very strange indeed. Anyway, it's all done. And yeah, the only other thing, of course, is, let me see if I can turn this around. No, I can't. Okay. The only other problem, of course, is the fact that we've had shrinkage. So the concrete base is no longer in the ground, more like sitting on it. It's quite strange. And the lovely trench I dug for the coax cable is now another crevice in the ground, or a fissure. So I've had to fill that with soil. Oh, the trials and tribulations, of hot weather. Oh my goodness, how bad it is. Okay, now it's a linear power supply. It's quite an old one. Was working, suddenly stopped. We'll do the usual thing, check all the fuses and so on and so forth. That's one of the nice things, at least it comes apart. No, I didn't expect that. Really? Found something that might be interesting. It's got hot and it's popped. Yeah, there's a track broken there. So we'll have to replace that. More ease. How did any of this survive? I have no idea. Let's put a good blob on that. Yeah, see, that diode has definitely gone open. Let's put it back together and see if it works. board's back in, replacement diode, plugged into the mains, switched on. Yeah, we've got life. We're going into a 300 watt dummy load. Oh, I haven't put the microphone on. Bear with me. As we were, power supply, back of the radio, and yeah, it's now working. And the amp meter is showing a draw of 5 amps, which is about right for all 4 watts of this radio. Okay, there you go, it's all fixed and working. Fixed, ready to go. Icom power supply for my 706 Mark II-G. Can you spot the problem? Yeah, the cables have been cut by the previous owner. I don't have suitable cable. So what I've done is I have the next size down. So what I've done is braided it. I have done some ponytails, if you like. Braided it 3 cores. And what I'll do, I'll bare back these. I'll take this out. This is a suitable replacement. It's certainly going to handle the ampage and the that's needed for this. So let's do it. So no sooner do I moan about the fact that it's dry conditions and the ground's cracking, and the heavens opened last night and a downpour. It's definitely wet now everywhere. The great thing is that some of the cracks in the ground have now closed, and everything is much cooler. It hasn't affected the SWR at all. It is unmoved. Although things are a lot cleaner. Yes, it's okay. It's happy. I'm happy. It's all working.